Fire safety is an important aspect in a person's daily life. Each of us who is at work, study, home or elsewhere wants to be protected from external threats, especially from fire. Timely detection of fire is one of the tasks that must be solved by the automatic fire extinguishing system. The earlier the fire source will be detected, the less will be material damage and harm to life and health of people. Fire detectors, as devices which could recognize the fire, have undergone a major evolutionary path. At the present time, aspirating detectors are the pinnacle of such devices, and Spetsavtomatika became the first Russian company which has been developing and producing the aspirating IPA detector for more than 10 years. The modern element base and uniqueness of design and technological solutions made it possible to create a detector that meets the requirements of early and very early detection of a fire. The principal feature of aspirating detectors is the active forced sampling of air through the holes of the air sampling pipework in the protected room. Such an active control method offers significant advantages over conventional point detectors that can cause malfunction and do not detect a fire at all due to a number of reasons: presence of forced and natural air currents, high dust content and high humidity. The operating principles of the aspirating detector allows to avoid such problems. Early and reliable detection of the fire, high level of protection against false alarm and the effects of electromagnetic interference are provided by the forced constant air sampling. In comparison with the plain solutions of this problem by using classical aspirating smoke detectors where the ignition is controlled by the optical density of the environment, in the IPA detector the control is performed by 3 factors: carbon monoxide concentrations, temperatures, concentrations of smoke. IPA controls all detection channels with an integrated microprocessor based on complex adaptive algorithms. Fire detection is provided by calculating the process hazard function from the tonality of the change in the digitized values of the 3 factors: optical density, concentration of gases, temperature of the air sample. Greater reliability and high sensitivity of detection is achieved by taking into account several criteria for the occurrence of a fire: their temporal relationship, the usage of the data accumulation function, and comparison with the specified parameters. The adaptation and self-learning function of the IPA makes it possible to reconfigure the detector under changing conditions and successfully cope with the task of detecting a fire, both in clean rooms and in dusty areas. Due to this, projects can be optimally adapted to the conditions of a particular room. A concealed installation of air sampling pipeworks can be used to protect objects with high requirements for the interior. In modern offices and conference rooms, historical buildings, cathedrals, archives, capillary pipeworks provide a hidden installation of the aspiration system. Capillaries also help to protect the racks with equipment in the data centers and cable ducts mounted under the floor. IPA detector has the ability to detect fire and extinguish it by the usage of one common pipework or separate independent pipework. For this purpose, valves with an electric drive can be connected to the detector as an executive device for feeding the extinguishing agent. Today, aspirating detectors are perhaps the only way to protect such specific objects as cable ducts, electric turbines, transformer substations, elevator shafts, large rooms with high ceilings, ceiling area, high or low temperature zones, dusty areas, especially clean areas, a zone with airflows from ventilation systems or air conditioners, and a rack of electrical equipment. The use of aspirating detectors makes it possible to provide the highest level protection of objects with a mass congestion of people. IPA is a unique equipment, capable to detect fires at the early stage of a dangerous situation development, reliably protect the most complex objects from a fire, and, most importantly, preserve people's lives. Unique features of the IPA detector are high sensitivity, ability to work in difficult conditions, hard-to-reach places, and large rooms. All of these make IPA the absolute leader among other detectors, and novelty-earned credibility in the present becomes a reliable future.